So we're working through money blocks. I am 43 years old, and the most I have ever made is $40,000 a year because I have some money blocks. Also, a few weeks ago, my half-sister sent me this really nasty message. I'm not very close to her, but I am trying to get closer to her, and turns out I had no idea that she is very upset, and I understand, rightfully so, at the situation, that when I found my father, who had left my mom and I when I was 4 years old, and in order to avoid child support, he changed his last name, and then when I was 19 years old, I wanted to know where I come from. I wanted to resolve some of my many daddy issues. I was in a really rough place mentally and emotionally. I found him, and that is a wild story. It's probably one of the things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that. I persisted and found this man who didn't want to be found. But anyway, I met him and my half-sisters, and there's all other stories in there too. But then my mom went after him for some of the back pay child support. He owed my mother $70,000 for child support. But since he only worked under the table and he changed his last name, he never paid it. And I just lost my thought because I got into my head, because I'm like, oh, people are gonna be watching this. How am I coming across? But I'm really just trying to be authentic. So let's get back there. All right, we were talking about my father, and I'm gonna have to pause until I remember what about. Oh, money obstacles. Okay, so he owed my mother $70,000. Oh, my daughter's calling, hang on. Okay, I guess that video cut off. $70,000. My mom chose to only go after him for $20,000. And so that all happened. My mother received that money. I did not. That went to her. And but still, my stepsisters probably felt some of that. You know, losing $20,000, they weren't well off either. And so my half-sister sent me a message. She thinks it's my fault. She thinks I'm a liar and a manipulator and some really terrible things. And it hurt me a little bit because one of the words she used was insufferable. And it's not the first time that I've heard that word. So here's a situation where money, it was a negative in my life just a few weeks ago. And so all of that to say, there are still some money blocks. Otherwise, that would not have affected me the way it did. And I have grown a lot through it. I'm really actually glad that she sent that for many reasons. One, because I now know some of the anger she's feeling, and that's important to me, and I want to try and make it right if I can. But I kind of think that's probably on her to resolve for herself. So anyway, I have my own money things to resolve, and one exploration that I'm going to be looking at today is, what is the true intention behind my desire for wealth? Because maybe one of the reasons that I have kept it away is because I don't actually desire wealth. I think I do, but I know right off the bat that I'm scared of it. I'm scared that I won't manage it correctly. I'm not even managing my own wealth right now. Not very well, not very intentionally. Anyway, that's marriage stuff that we'll, keep personal. But so why am I not even managing the money I have now? Well, I am, just not to the level that I would want to. So I'm letting myself down. For instance, I've wanted to open a high yield savings account for years, and I haven't yet, and that I just need to go through the process of opening the account. They don't even have minimums, some of them, so and I just push it down, like, oh, I'll do that later. And so that's certainly one thing I see about my desire for wealth, is that I desire it, but it's mixed with putting it off. It's not for now, Okay, but it wasn't asking about the blocks. What is the true intention behind my desire for wealth? Friendship, community, joy, peace, excitement, fun, experience of freedom and power, to feel worthy. Yeah. And so all of those things are things that I could get or work on without making money, and many of those things are not things that are resolved by having money. But I associate money as the solution to helping me get those things. And I think, for instance, friendships, I could get friendships without money. But I'm idolizing the friendships. I want friendships where we're traveling to luxury resorts and far off hidden places and really cool old mansions with hidden doors. And being able to pay for my friends to come on vacation with me, because it would feel good to be able to do that. But that would be assuming a place of power over my friends, because I assume that they would not have as much money as I do, and that I'm doing something very generous by buying them vacations. Because if I had wealthy friends, then, either we'd each be paying our own way or they'd be paying for my way. And I'd still be going on those vacations with friends, but then I'd feel, something is off, it's not equal, and that I have to be a certain way around them so that I can continue to receive their abundance. Or more likely, because I probably would not just continue to be their friend for the money, because honestly, I don't know that there's any amount of money that's worth being inauthentic for more than, the few times when I might have to, for work, or, I don't know, with people that I just don't have the time for in that moment. For instance, when people ask me, how am I doing? And I just don't feel like going into all of that for whatever reason, and I say I'm fine, or I'm great. I lost my train of thought again. And again, I got in my head about, who's watching me, and am I pausing too long, and are they gonna leave for something more engaging? Who cares? Who cares? This is for me. It happened again. So I know that I shouldn't care, but then a part of my brain is like, we need to care. But we don't need to care. We need to practice presence. Well, we don't even need to practice presence, but that's what I'd like to do. Maybe it's a sign that I should just post this and see how it even does. See if anybody is even interested in this. Love you all.